Hello guys, welcome to another edition of Ray Sports News and Debates. Okay, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about our Week 10 NFL predictions. Last week, we were 9-4, pretty solid week. Only misses that we had were the Rams losing to Tom Brady, even though the refs gave Tom Brady that game. Did not see the Jets beating Buffalo. And then, of course, the one time I picked the Raiders to win, they find a way to lose. But I'm not talking about that. Okay, we're going on in the next week. Overall for the season, we are 77-58. Again, if it wasn't for that one really bad week that we had, we'd probably be a little bit higher in the win percentage. Currently 15th in my Pick'em league out of 42 people. And without further ado, guys, let's get into these first couple of games. Okay, we're gonna have tonight. We got Atlanta at Carolina. I like Atlanta here. I do think Carolina's gonna go back to Baker at some point. I don't know when Darnold's coming back, if he's coming back later on in the season, but I just think they're gonna go with Baker. I got Atlanta in this one. I think the Falcons could be a surprise team that can make a run to possibly win this division. I mean, this division is really for anyone. Even Carolina, they're in last place. They're only 2 games out of first. So that just shows you how bad this division is. Second game, we got Seattle at Tampa Bay. I'm going to go Seattle. I'm going to ride the Geno Smith hype train. Seattle, they're putting up points left and right, and Brady can't seem to, I think, score above like 20. I think the one week that he did was against the Chiefs when they were down like 3 touchdowns. But yeah, I'm going to go Seattle. I think Geno has to be one of the 4 contenders right now for the MVP right now. Seattle's looking great. They're first in that division. And I think they got a real shot at winning that division this year. Which it's a credit to Pete Carroll and that staff, because everybody thought they were tanking this year, including myself. And here we are, 9 weeks in, and they got one of the best records in all of football. Game number 3, I think could be game of the week. We got Minnesota going to Buffalo. I do think this is going to be more low scoring than anything. Because I do think both defenses are pretty solid. I do believe in Buffalo's defense. I'm going to go Buffalo here to bounce back. Minnesota really hasn't been tested, which is I think why a lot of people aren't really, considering them, real contenders, even though they are 6-1. I'm sorry, 7-1. But yeah, I'm going to go Buffalo here. I think Josh Allen bounces back from that game last week. I did not see the Jets beating him. Game number 4, we got Chicago traveling to Detroit. The offense over the past couple of weeks has looked really good for Chicago, so I'm gonna go Chicago. Detroit's they're last in almost every defensive category, including third down percentage. Chicago's on the up and up. I do think Chicago pulls off the win here over Detroit, and I think what is going to be a shootout. We're going to go Tennessee at Denver. This one's kind of tough, but I'm going to go Tennessee. I think at the stretch that Derrick Henry is going right now, I do think Tannehill is going to start unless they sit him out another week. Because Malik Willis, I want to believe in the kid. I do, but it's obvious he needs to work on his throwing for sure. But I'm going to go Tennessee. I just don't trust Russell Wilson on that offense right now. Next game, we got Kansas City at Jacksonville. I mean, this is probably the easiest bet of the week. I'm going to go Kansas City in a blowout, probably by about 17. Miami at Cleveland. I'm going to go Miami. I think a lot of people aren't putting enough respect on Tua's name. I do have him up there as one of my 4 favorites right now for MVP with him and Geno. He's 6-0 when he starts and finishes games, which is a stat ESPN is going to run into the ground until he finally loses a game. But I'm going to go Miami. The offense is just too explosive right now. And although I think the Browns are going to dog them on the run game. I think Miami's gonna win this game. Next game we got and I think it should be an easy pick, but you never know. We got Houston traveling to New York to face the Giants. I'm gonna go Giants here. I think Barkley's gonna have a field day with that Texans defense. The offense looks absolutely terrible. But yeah, we're just gonna go Giants there. And what I think could be another game of the week, but not for the good reasons. We got the Saints traveling to Pittsburgh. I don't know here. I really, really don't know. The Saints defense is okay. The Pittsburgh defense is okay. But both offenses are like terrible. So it's like, so I'm going to flip a coin. I'm going to go Saints. I'm going to pick the Saints here. I just think Alvin Kamara is a little bit better of a running back right now than Harris. But I mean, I can see Pittsburgh winning, but I'm going to New Orleans. We got the Colts at the Raiders. Again, could be game of the week for all the wrong reasons. You know, you got Jeff Saturday making his debut as an NFL coach. Why they didn't go over Gus Bradley, I have no idea, but that's not my decision. I'm just the YouTuber here. Then you got the Raiders, and God, every time I pick the Raiders, they lose. Every single time I pick the Raiders, they lose. I don't trust the Colts line. I don't trust the Raiders offense. I'm going to go Raiders. I don't know. No. I'm going to go Colts. I think they win Saturday's debut. I think the Raiders look like complete dog water the whole game. I'm going to go Colts. Dallas at Green Bay. I'm going to go Cowboys. I'm going to ride my Cowboys bandwagon right now. Defense is playing at an all level. Micah Parsons has got to be one of the favorites for Defensive Player of the Year if he's not already the favorite right now. Cowboys have 33 sacks, tops in the NFL. Micah Parsons has literally a fourth of those sacks. And I just think Green Bay's offense is terrible. I think they're not going to be able to pass the ball at all. I think they're just going to focus on Aaron Jones. And I think if you put Micah on that Jones assignment, it's going to lock him down. Next game, we got the Rams, Arizona traveling to the Rams. This one could be tough because the Cardinals offense does look a little bit better with Hopkins. And the Rams offense does look kind of terrible. My head says go with the Rams, but my heart says we're going to go with Arizona. I just believe in that offense a little bit more. Chargers at San Francisco. With all the Chargers injuries, they just lost Williams. I'm not sure if they're going to have Keenan Allen. Bosa's down. And even with Jimmy Garoppolo, I think they're going to pull it off. I think the 49ers pull off the win. Inch, closer towards that playoff spot. And then we got the Monday night game. You got another easy win for this team. We got Washington traveling to the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles haven't played anybody all year. You could say what you say, like they beat Minnesota early on. But who have they played since then? A bunch of nobodies. They beat the Cowboys without Dak Prescott. Michael Gallup was literally just coming back from his injury. I'm going to go Philadelphia. The first half last week did kind of scare me about the Eagles, and I think that's why people aren't considering them true contenders, because the Texans had no right to be in that game last week. No right to be in that game last week. And Philadelphia, took them a half to separate themselves from the Texans. But yeah, I'm going to go Philly. Hurts and the Ravens are on a bye week this week, but Lamar and Jalen Hurts are filling up my 4 candidates for MVP right now. I need Jalen Hurts to beat credible teams. If he could beat 2 more credible teams, he could beat the Titans, he could beat the Cowboys, I'll be a believer in giving him the MVP. I just think Lamar's playing at a completely different level. I think Geno's not getting the credit that he deserves. But yeah, just to recap for you guys, we're going to go Atlanta over the Panthers, Seattle over Tom Brady. We're going to go Buffalo over Minnesota, Chicago over Detroit, Tennessee over Denver, Kansas City over Jacksonville, Miami Dolphins over the Cleveland Browns, Giants over the Texans, Saints over Pittsburgh, Colts over Raiders, Dallas over Green Bay, Arizona over the Rams, San Francisco over the Chargers, and Philly over Washington. And that's going to wrap up our Week 10 predictions, guys. Feel free to hit the like button. Smash the subscribe button, guys. We're super close to 100 subscribers, and we're going to try and get there as soon as we can, hopefully before the new year. Share it to your family members. Send this video to your cousins, to your brothers, to your sisters, to your cats, to your dogs, anyone that has a YouTube channel, guys. Hit that subscribe button, guys. And you guys have a phenomenal day, guys.